Good day. So we will continue with question 7, the spreadsheet. It states here in question 7, remember you have saved your question 6, you have closed the document, you have printed it already, but now you need to retrieve the spreadsheet that you saved as question 6. Okay, wonderful. Good, let me just close this one. Okay, let's continue. So now they state we need to change the header to question 7. So we can just click on the header and change it to question 7. Let me just check something. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, the header has been changed to question 7. So then we just click back to um, our spreadsheet to answer question 7. So it says in 7.3, we need to save the spreadsheet as question 7 in your document folder. So let's just continue, save a copy, browse. So we have created a exam. Remember in exam, you're gonna have an exam drive, so that is where you need to save your particular information because it's going to be backed up. So now you can see at the top, it is changed to question 7. Now it says 7.4, make all changes as indicated on the spreadsheet and according to the instructions below. So we just need to go to the particular spreadsheet and see what is the changes that they are talking about. Ne? So, okay, firstly we need to make this bold, underline, merge, and center from A to F. Okay, A to F. Go to our alignment, merge and center. Just click on our font. We will need to make this bold and then only one underline. Okay. Then they say we need to insert a row. So we just right click, select row 2, insert a row. And then we need to insert here by row 4 and by row 5. This symbol that is indicated here means that we need to insert some information. Okay? So as you can see, it states we need to put the hourly rate. Remember, you should not make a space after a word and then your punctuation. The punctuation is directly after the word, then you make your spacing in row C5. C. We need to put in the hours. Okay, and then here by row E, column E, we need to insert a column, which is stipulated as UIF. Okay. line right, uppercase, bold, 15% gray shading. Okay, so all this information should be uppercase now. So let's just highlight, align to the right, align to the right, bold, shading, gray shading 15, 50. Let's check here. Let's just have a look. 50, 35, 25 darker. So as you can see, we do not have or find the gray shading, which is 15%. So then you could use your own discretion, né, regarding the percentage of gray that needs to be displayed. So there's only that one. Okay, let's continue. Now we need to make everything uppercase. So to do or display everything uppercase, you would maybe need to put in a formula to save time. Remember, whenever you type in words in the formula, it needs to be between inverted commas. I think that's the quickest way to um, use the uppercase function. And then this state we need to delete row 7 and then also insert these rows. Average lowest auxiliary. Okay, and just change the width. Okay, so remember, um, these are these are cells that we need to answer. So you can can display the letters there so that you know exactly where these answers should go. Insert the rows. Okay. Remember these lines means that you need to autofill the information. So let's just continue. So we need to insert horizontal and vertical lines. Just select column, click, till it shows a cross and drag across to cell A30, A6 to F13. Then you need to insert borders. Go to more borders at the bottom. You select the outer side and the lines in the middle. And then you can select the headings column, more borders, and then just select the bottom. And then you will see your table looks exactly as the one on the question paper. So now we can go back to our questions just to answer. So let's say insert columns, rows, and text as indicated to the press in the spreadsheet, which we have already done. Use the method that you're familiar with to insert horizontal and vertical lines as indicated. This is basically the borders that we've just inserted. Sort the name and column with corresponding figures alphabetically. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to select the names and also the hours so that do not scatter, so that each employee have the correct hours worked. So what we need to do is we need to go to editing and we select sort. We need to click on the arrow because it's a custom sort. Custom sort. We need to select the cell. They want us to sort the names alphabetically from A to Z. Okay, so now we can continue to the next question. Insert the formula where the letters of the alphabet appears to the following calculations. So let me just put the letters, the letters. Okay. So we need to calculate the gross salary worked, which is gross salary equal to the hours worked multiplied by the rate per hour. And it states we need to use absolute cell referencing. Then we need to use absolute cell referencing. So we click on the A. So English equal sign. We select the hours worked. And then asterisk the rate per hour. Because it states we need to use absolute cell referencing, we need to press F4, which will enable absolute cell referencing, and then we just need to press enter. Then we can double click on this particular, go to the corner on the square in the corner, the green block, double click on it, and it will auto fill. Another method of the autofill is just to drag it down. Each formula will be displayed there and calculate for each employee as well. So now we need to determine the VAT pay as you earn, and they have given us the percentage. So we need to click, whenever making a calculation, you need to click the equal sign, gross salary multiply by 21%, 21%, and just click enter. autofill, just drag it down. C, UIF is 1% of gross salary. So select gross salary, star 1%, press enter, we just drag it down. D, net salary equals to gross salary minus pay as you earn plus UIF. Okay, so let's use that. So this plus open brackets, okay, minus, right? Because we need to subtract pay as you earn and UIF, open brackets, pay as you earn plus UIF, close brackets. You press enter, we'll have our net salary. So these two totals minus 2600 should give you 2028. Then we can drag it down. Now we're going to question E, where they state we need to determine the average hours worked. E, average hours work equal, we use the formula average. We select the range, we close the bracket. So 50 is the average hours worked. Number of employees. So here we're going to use the formula count. It counts the number of cells, range, and contains numbers. So we need to use A. Count A because we are counting text. The total number of employees is 7. The highest gross salary. Here in G, determine the highest gross salary. Just clear out that. Just do it old school. Type in the formula, double click, drag, and close the bracket. And then we need to determine the lowest salary, which is equal sign, minimum, select the range, close the bracket, and press enter. So as you see, 7.9 states we need to copy the formula to the other cells as indicated on the spreadsheet, which we already have done. Display all monetary values as currency with 2 decimals. So now we need to select all that is currency and give it a value. So we need to click on home, select currency, and it states we need to use 2 decimals. As you can see, there is 2 decimals. So this is also currency. The highest salary is also currency. And then these two is not currencies. Okay. 7.11, display numbers of employees as in integers. So these two is already displayed as integers. Integers is numbers that does not have any decimals. Adjust the columns width to fit the spreadsheet on one landscape page, but do not use fit to page. Okay. So let's just edit our column. As we can see that the bottom line is not fully covered. Okay, let's check page layout. Just click on page layout. Orientation should be landscaped. Né? And then you need to ensure that everything is displayed or visible for the lecturer or the marker to mark. Save the spreadsheet as question 7. Print the spreadsheet in landscape orientation without row and column headings. Place the printout in your examination folder. The total mark allocation for this question is 45 marks. So file, print. So as you can see, this file's row and columns is activated. So we need to uncheck that particular box so that it's displayed in this manner. Let's just check something. The header and footer, customer's header. Okay, it is correct. And then you just print and add the file to your exam files. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. This is or was completing an examination spreadsheet for computer practice and for farming.